You just missed a pug and a golden retriever.
Yep, there they go now.
I hope you're happy.
I don't even like dogs.
That's a fucking lie, and you know it. All you do is dogs.
All you do. Maybe I'm done with it.
Okay, all right. Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me, because this is the first time I've ever done anything remotely like this. Never talked to a computer screen before. Definitely never done it on my own. But nevertheless, here we are, trying. Yes, can we have this not cut off the top of my head, please? Thank you. I apologize, first of all, because I opened it, but as soon as I tore the thing open, I realized that, hey, this is the perfect opportunity for me to video, so you can see what is going on. I got this package. I'm gonna maybe like edit out my address. I don't know how to do that. Let me try that again. Okay. Editing out my address this time. There we go. Jared Walls. That's my name. Hi. And it's from Kelphonic, which is apparently in Los Angeles, California. And a couple of days ago, I was in contact with a musician. Can this thing stop cutting off my head? Jesus, this is going to take some getting used to. In contact with a musician that I listen to. Her name is Maya Manser. Posted on her Instagram story that she had a couple shirts left to send out. T-shirts that were her most recent single cover. And I said, hey, if you still have some, I would love some. And she had me send her, you know, my Venmo and everything and my information. She was super, super sweet. There we go. I asked for a large instead of an extra large because my body's getting smaller as time goes on because I keep working out and I think I'm eating the same amount and my mom thinks that I'm getting too skinny, but really I'm at my healthy weight for the first time in God knows when. I've been 180 most of my life and now I'm not. Isn't that great? I did rip it open, but I have not looked inside until this very second. Shirt. Open it in a minute. Ooh. Put it on over this shirt because y'all ain't seen me shirtless on the first date. Ooh, I like the material. Cozy. Ugh. It's not too big. Wear this for the duration, I suppose, or at least until I get hot because now I'm wearing 2 layers and it is really hot up here. Let's open a damn window. Let's open a damn window. It is the first day in months that I have opened this window because it's so nice out. Why aren't I outside? Why am I doing this? Who knows? Because I love my boyfriend, that's why. Hi. His name's Jason. He is from Oregon. I have not been to Oregon yet, although I will be in late May. Banks, that's the name of the town. Whew, memory, here we go. Okay, it's kicking in now. I'll be able to meet his family, his mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather also coming to his graduation, which I cannot wait for. I just love, you know, new people. They've been a part of his life for forever, and I'm just excited. Like, I'm just like, who raised you? Who made you this way? Why are you the way that you are? Because he's got such an interesting mind, and he's such an incredible person, and it's going to be a fantastic week and a half, 9 days-ish, including travel days. My face keeps going dark. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be using photo booth for this. I did minimal research before starting this video. I just pulled it up and started talking. My family's buying a new couch because my dumb little dog, Huckleberry, who's this cute little, I'm gonna like pull up a photo of my dog because although you're gonna see plenty of him, I'm not about to go downstairs and bring this into my family environment right now because they don't know what I'm doing and they'll be very confused. See if you can even see this. Can you see him? His stupid little, yeah, that's just his personality in a nutshell. Also this, he vomited all over our sectional couch, which is like a curved shape. We cleaned it. We did everything you do to it after a dog throws up on it. He's thrown up on this couch so many times I've lost count. But it still smells absolutely disgusting. I can barely even sit on it. And I'm not particularly grossed out by vomit anymore, even though I used to have a huge phobia of it when I was a kid. He must be 8 years old now. When we first brought him, I would not go near. If I thought he was throwing up, I would stand in the corner of like the farthest room that I could find. But now I can just scoop it up because I'm going to be a medical professional one day and I cannot afford to be afraid of vomit. Who's calling me? Yep. It's time to eat. I told them not to make me dinner because I had leftovers. Let's see how well that went.
Fucking using your hands, eating broccoli and sucking the leaf out of the bush off of the stick.
What is there to suck out of broccoli? You eat the whole thing. This is a good opportunity. I feel like that's me and you.
Good day, mate. Here we are in the beautiful
Holy
city of
shit.
Boston. One day left till I'm off on my adventures
Off the grid.
to Japan, Australia, mate. Sorry for butchering the accent.
I butcher it once.
Whatever. To our left, we have a flock of domesticated geese and annoying Canadian geese as well.
Crikey, that's a flock.
Dabbled in there, a few pigeons. May carry disease, may not.
Tragic last tearful day. No, not the last tearful day in the United States. Her last tearful trip with Jared Walls and her vet tech friends. And she's very enthusiastic about this project. And right now she's just attempting to take some nice photos of the bridge down there.
I'm just pretending.
She's just pretending to take photos, even though she's actually a fucking brilliant photographer. It looks as though we'll be here for the next, how much time do we put in that meter?
An hour.
An hour? I put 47 minutes. No, that doesn't make any sense. Do you look like somebody who I would like to mug?
Maybe.
No, is that what you're asking me?
No, me.
Do you look muggable to me?
Do I
If
look
I were a
muggable?
mugger, would I choose you?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Damn.
I think you have too much expensive shit hanging around you, and I know you would think that's like an attractive like selling point if you're trying to get someone to mug you the way you seem to be. But
Come at me.
I
I'll
also
fucking
think
take
that
you
it
down.
means that, yeah,
This is 10 pounds.
I really think that if someone were to see you, they would think, okay, this person would do anything to protect their fucking property. Although I'm not sure that these animals are, have you know, it smells god awful right here.
This is a fail.
Why did you think this would work? That photo was clearly taken at an angle higher. You really do. You're a very Oompa Loompa vibe right now.
I'm keeping warm.
Keeping warm. I wish I had the same strategy.
Right. We should leave so we do not get mugged.
Okay, I am a fan of you. Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh my goodness.
This is the best day ever.
Say hello to me. Genuinely said hello.
Yep. It's not even been open.
Yep. He was drinking water and all of a sudden he fucking spits water in my face. And I have a fucking full face of makeup on. Like, thank God I didn't have my lashes on. But like, oh my God, my new hair. And then he's like, what the fuck did you do to my YouTube? What did you do to my YouTube? Like, I fucking hate people. This is
You
why
broke
I don't
my
like-
YouTube
You
app.
broke my YouTube app.
Why does he care? Why is he invested in this?
Is that his friend he works with or something?
It would have made more sense if he were offering himself as a candidate, honestly.
Well, I think he actually invited me over there and have a threesome.
Well, I guess we know what he's
chugged my beer.
after. Yo!
Are you pushing it?
No, it's just you! Her natural element. This is what I'm gonna miss. First visit to the Barking Crab on behalf of Catherine Summer. All aboard. It went very well. They listened to me. They did not make me food. I was able to have my chicken Alfredo gnocchi. Gnocchi. I'm Italian. I can barely pronounce that word correctly. I say gnocchi half the time. Gnocchi. What was I talking about? Okay, my dog's not sick, but he might be. And he throws up on everything when it rains or when it's storming outside or when he's just nervous about something. We have to go get a new couch. And this one's gonna have like... Shit. What was the word my mother used? Like a chaise lounge kind of thing? Is that a word? Is that a couch? I don't know. Off one side and like a recliner on the other side. I'm pretty sure that the deal at the furniture store that they're looking for, March Madness or March Mania, I don't know, ends on the 28th, which is today. So I hope that they choose to buy it. And after that, just gonna relax and hopefully like force myself to go to sleep. I have a really hard time going to sleep when I should. I work at 7 a.m. almost every day. And I wake up at 6:45 to get to work because it's 5 minutes from my house. I've been there for about 10 or 11 years now since before my freshman year of high school. It's my first summer. And I worked out in the garden center. I'm horrible at waking up for it. Sometimes I'm late. Sometimes. Somebody else has to come up to the register instead of you because you are lying in bed contemplating the meaning of life and wondering, what if I just didn't show up today? What if I was so tired that I just didn't wake up? Here's my bed, nice cozy blanket. Here's that Maya Manso shirt, can't wait to wear it. Outdoors, all my items up here, those are my high school friends in a little photo, and all of them signed it when we graduated so that we would always remember one another. My pop figures. I don't have very many pop figures. I only really have 3, and they are Zoya the Destroyer from the TV show Glow on Netflix, because we are filthy capitalist pigs here in America. We also have Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy, because she is a badass and one of my favorite characters of all time, even though I'm not a comics fan. I've never read any comic book other than, I think, like The Walking Dead and Junji Ito, because, oh, by the way, I'm a huge fucking horror fan. Horror. But I have trouble saying it. To further substantiate that claim, Black Phillip from The Witch. I love him. He's got that little apple at his feet, his yellow eyes. The Witch is a movie that I've seen a couple times now. Maybe fairly afraid of goats to a degree. I think it's their eyes. Just dead. Like, there's no intelligence in there. I think I talked about that with my boyfriend once. That some animals you look at and you can see that there's like a soul inside. That like there's an intelligence in there. And some animals that you can see inside and you're like, oh, you're basically a zombie. Goats, to me, hover somewhere in an unsettling space in between. Who knows? No spoilers. Lovely rainbow otter that Jason painted for me because, you know, otters. Modular organic chemistry set, which I think I will be using again when Orgo 2 starts. I loved Orgo, I just wasn't very good at it. It made me choose chemistry as my major, so I couldn't have hated it that much. I think I had fun. It's all a blur. Just all the 7 a.m. recitations and 8 a.m. lectures and everything. Because I was still a huge nerd when I was a kid. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for Windows. I don't use Windows. I'm recording this on a Mac. This was from my grandmother's house. Me and her loved Harry Potter, or rather, I loved Harry Potter. And because she loved me so much, she also paid attention to everything that happened. We marathon all the movies. We would go to, like, the book releases at, like, 10 p.m. the night before each successive volume came out, and she of course had all the video games installed on her computer, and oh my god. So yeah, a whole bunch of other things. There's all my books. There's this fancy little box that I keep little treasures in, little things that I want to remember. Jason and I made a little, I made a Middle Earth project, which is this, when we were in New York City for a couple of days for our 6-month anniversary. And out of the remaining, when you cut out the pieces and you piece them all together, you're left with this kind of rectangular piece of metal that's flat with holes in it. And he made me this out of that. And that goes in my treasure box, because it's a treasure. Boutonniere from the queer prom at his school. I'm going to go through this later because there's so many things in here that I cannot explain them all. I actually have a whole ton of other posters that are downstairs in the basement that went on my college dorm wall, but I just never had the time or the energy to bring them all back up here and put them on the wall, which is why everything is so blank in here. And I'm really thinking I should do that, like, ASAP, because this is not an acceptable background for a vlog. There's a poster of a, nope, blah, blah, forget about it, I didn't say anything. That's gonna be a surprise, because next time I have a video, it's all gonna be up there. That's me. That's the first video. 14 minutes and 47 seconds thus far. How do I make this into an actual video? How do I, like, chop this up? I mean, I guess I've done ample video editing before, but I'm not sure how much of all that garbage I just said is worth putting in a vlog.